Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really get into the heart of stories and ideas that matter. Today, we're looking at something pretty interesting, a book review, actually, but it's one that opens up a lot more. We're talking magic, timing, even personal growth.
Yeah, it's amazing how sometimes looking closely at a review, especially a thoughtful one like this, does more than just tell you about a book. It can, light up these bigger ideas about storytelling itself, human connection, and even, well, how we figure ourselves out.
Absolutely. And the book we're focusing on is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, but the context for this review is, wow. It was part of Haley Pham's huge project, 50 days, 50 Airbnbs, 9 books, and she raised over $11 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital doing it.
Just incredible. And knowing that, it immediately gives the review, and maybe the book itself, this really heartfelt feel, doesn't it? It suggests there's some real emotional depth there, something beyond just a simple story.
Totally. It sets a kind of hopeful tone right from the start.
Right. And the review itself hints at that depth. It promises a story that's magical, heartfelt, and, quote, just might make you believe in perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got this mixed, teased-out romance, yes, but also time magic and emotional healing, too. It definitely grabs your attention.
It really does. So our mission today for you listening is to unpack why this book and its review are so captivating. We want to explore its unique idea, this time slip thing, and see what it tells us about love, about grief, and finding yourself, all through this lens of time. Sound good? Let's dive in.
Okay, so building on that magic, the core idea is pretty enchanting. We've got Clementine. She inherits her aunt's Manhattan apartment, which, okay, sounds like a nice setup.
Fairly standard start,
Yeah.
but a New York charm, maybe.
Exactly. But this apartment, it's got a quirk, big one. It sometimes slips 7 years into the past.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's not just home. It's like a time portal right there in the city. It just sparks your imagination, Oh, totally. And what's so clever there, I think, is how authors use these kinds of, well, fantastical elements. They use them to explore things that are actually very real, very human. This magic isn't just for show. It creates this immediate wonder, sure, but also a real challenge for the characters. How do you live like that?
Right, with past and present all mixed up.
Exactly. It makes you and the reader question things about time, memory, connection. The apartment itself almost feels alive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like another character.
Yeah, definitely. And inside this time-slipping apartment, that's where the romance sparks. Clementine meets this guy, but he's from the past. He shouldn't be there in her time.
Okay. So instant tension.
Oh, yeah, big time. It gives you that sort of faded, maybe even forbidden love vibe.
Because time itself is the barrier.
Precisely. It feels both meant to be and impossible all at once. It really pulls you into that emotional struggle.
That's a great hook.
But, the review is clear that it's not just about the magic romance. That'd be fun. But there's more. It calls the book a journey through grief, self-discovery, and the way love can shape our lives across time. So it's deeper. It's about healing, it seems.
Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, that time slip idea, it works perfectly as a metaphor, doesn't it? It's like literally revisiting the past to deal with stuff. Loss, grief.
Yeah, I see that, like confronting things you haven't processed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe seeing past events or even past versions of people with new eyes. How does encountering your own history like that force you to, grow?
Yeah.
Or understand things differently? It suggests healing isn't about forgetting maybe, but about integrating the past.
That makes a lot of sense. And that line from the review, love can shape our lives across time, that really sticks with you. It suggests connection isn't just linear, it lasts. It influences you even when moments are gone.
Right. It speaks to that enduring impact of relationships, doesn't it? Whether through memory or lessons learned. It's a very hopeful idea about connection.
It really is. Okay, so shifting gears a bit. What specifically did the reviewer rave about? What made the book shine for them? They mentioned the beautiful writing first, and how it made New York City feel like a fairy tale setting.
Yeah, that's quite something. Taking a place everyone knows, like NYC, and giving it that magical quality through words.
Oh.
It makes the city itself feel like part of the enchantment, not just a backdrop.
Definitely. And the romance itself. The reviewer called it sweet, funny, and emotionally rich. Standard praise, maybe, but then they added something key.
What was that?
That it's not just about falling in love, but also about being ready for it.
Ooh, okay. That's profound.
Right. This idea that timing isn't just about meeting the right person, it's about being the right person yourself. Being ready.
That really resonates.
Yeah.
It suggests that real connection needs a certain amount of, like, personal growth first. being whole on your own.
Yeah, it's such a relatable piece of wisdom, isn't it? That central theme the reviewer picked up on. Love has to wait for us to grow into the people we're meant to be. It's comforting in a way. Like, it's okay to focus on yourself. You're healing. That's part of the journey to love.
Absolutely. Personal evolution isn't a detour, it's off of the path itself. And we have to talk about the apartment again. The reviewer called it a total dream, said it felt alive, almost like its own character.
Right. Which goes back to what you said earlier.
Yeah. When a setting feels that alive, maybe the way the light hits or the sounds it makes, it stops being just scenery. It influences things. It reflects moods. It becomes part of the story's fabric, pulling you deeper into Clementine's world. It's great world building.
Totally agree. Now, even with all that praise, the reviewer did have one small critique, a minor one. They said, the middle section slowed down a little for me. I found myself wanting the time slip parts to come faster.
Ah, okay. The pacing issue, which is fair. Pacing is so subjective,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
really is.
But, sometimes those slower moments in the middle, they're necessary. That might be where the really deep character work is happening for Clementine. Processing grief, like we talked about. Or maybe it's building anticipation.
Good point. You need those quieter beats sometimes to make the magical parts land harder.
Exactly. And the reviewer did say the story kept its emotional weight and wrapped up beautifully. So it sounds like it worked out in the end. It's always a balancing act for the author.
True. So, for you listening, if you're wondering, okay, should I read this? The reviewer gave some good comps. They mentioned loving it if you enjoyed the Dead Romantics, or things like The Time Traveler's Wife, or the movie about time.
Okay, yeah, it paints a clear picture.
Yeah.
Those all share similar DNA, right? Grief, love messing with time, a bit of the fantastical mixed into real emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that blend romance with depth and a touch of magic, this review suggests the 7-Year Slip is probably right up your alley. It helps you place it.
Yeah, it definitely does. And the reviewer's final summary nails it, I think. A romance that feels whimsical and real all at once. That balance, magic grounded in genuine feeling. That's often the secret sauce, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
That's what makes stories stick with you.
Well, this has been a great deep dive. We've looked at the 7-Year Slip through this really insightful review. We've seen this blend of magical romance, deep emotional healing, and this whole fascinating idea about timing and growth in love. You can see why it got 4 stars and was called charming, emotional, and just the right touch of magic.
Definitely. And it leaves you with this interesting thought, doesn't it? Building on what we've discussed, what if that 7-year slip isn't just a literal apartment? What if it's a metaphor for the internal time we all need sometimes? That space to grow, to heal, before we're truly ready for the connections that are meant for us.
That's a great question. How do we recognize our own moments of perfect timing?
Yeah. Whether it's in a book or, just in life. How do we know when we're ready? It's something to ponder.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration today. We hope diving into the 7-Year Slip gave you not just insight into a book, but maybe some fresh ways to think about love, timing, and the whole journey of finding yourself. Until next time on The Deep Dive.